Welcome! Today is the first installment of What I'm Reading, where I just talk about what I'm reading and what I think of it. First is a book I just recently finished, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I first heard about this book through video blogger John Green, and it's a brilliant book with a really unique method of storytelling. Riggs is a collector of antique photographs, and he uses them throughout the story, basing characters and plot points on the photographs that he's found. He also includes the photographs in the text with the section that he's used them. While I was skeptical at first, adding the photos into the story really made the story work even better. As someone who very vividly sees the story that they're reading, I was afraid that the photos might take away from that personal creativity, much like a movie does. But in reality, the photos are a really nice supplement to the story. Riggs creates characters and plot points from these photos, much in the way that the ancients created stories from their constellations, or some people that I know when they sit around and people watch, create whole backstories for the people that are walking by or sitting around them. I highly recommend it. The book was very engaging and I really didn't want to put it down. But not the Kindle version, because the photos really just don't work on the Kindle version as well as they do in print. Two books I'm currently reading include The Better Angels of Our Nature by Steven Pinker and Endurance by Frank Arthur Worsley. The Better Angels of Our Nature is Pinker's look at how, even with media and psychology maybe portraying otherwise, human violence has declined since the first emergence of Homo sapiens. While I'm only a few chapters into this 800-page book, which is why I'm reading it on the Kindle, I really enjoy the way he presents the information and I really look forward to reading the rest of it. Endurance is a story written by the ship's captain of Ernest Shackleton's fateful 1914 expedition to Antarctica, and basically how they survived there for over 400 days and made it the 800 miles from Elephant Island to South Georgia, over the island to the whaling camp, and eventually after 3 tries, rescuing the rest of their men still stuck in Antarctica. While as a sailor I've heard the story of Shackleton's expedition, I've never read it as a first-person account, which really lends weight to everything that they're saying, know that he was writing it about his personal time, 400 days in Antarctica. Well, that's going to be it for today. While I also read a lot of scientific papers during the week, I'm not going to burden you with the names or story of any of those. To recap, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, great book, I highly suggest that you read it. Better Angels of Our Nature and Endurance are going very well, and I will probably recommend those when I finish them. See ya!